Every year, people flock to sunny beaches to escape everyday life and to get their tan on. But just because a beach is visible from the hotel room doesn't mean it's the best beach around. From a beach that only appears during high tide to a beach that takes you down a cliff and out of your comfort zone, these are 10 hidden beaches you won't believe exist. Not only do you have to keep your eye out for these hidden beaches, but we've also hidden a quiz somewhere in this video. Keep watching so you don't miss out. If you are new to our channel or from a climate that doesn't offer sunny views of the beach, click that subscribe button and brighten your day with more videos like this one. Gulpiori Beach, Asturias, Spain. Not all beaches require a view of the sea. In fact, Gulpiori Beach in Spain doesn't have an ocean view at all. This unusual beach is hidden about 300 feet from the actual ocean. Depending on the time of the tide, this beach will appear or disappear. When the ocean tide is high, it forces its way through a system of caves and onto Gulpiori Beach, leaving an oasis of knee-deep water for beachgoers. But it can also be disappointing for travelers who don't check the tide times. When the tide is low, there is no water at Gulpiori Beach, which kind of defeats the purpose of going to the beach. What makes this hidden beach so unique is the fact that it is actually a sinkhole that was formed during the Ice Age. If you want to take in the views of the sinkhole beach for yourself, you can get there by walking from the nearby ocean. Or for the more adventurous type, you can take a sea kayak from the ocean and through the cave to Gulpiori Beach. Again, just make sure to actually check the tide schedule to avoid any disappointment. Suluban Beach, Bali. Just because a hidden beach may be hard to find doesn't mean it will be completely vacant. The Suluban beach in Bali isn't the easiest beach to get to, but many travelers take on the voyage to enjoy some well-deserved relaxation on the beach. The word Suluban actually means to pass under something in Balinese, which makes sense once you see this hidden oasis. Once you reach Suluban Beach, you must climb down a series of stairways to actually step foot in the sand. The further down the stairway you get, the more tricky the steps become. They become small and steep, and there is no handrail to help guide you during your journey down. Once you finally make it to the sand, you will notice why they call it Suluban Beach. To get to the ocean, you must pass under a series of caves. When you finally get to the beach area, you can have a rest or play on the surrounding rocks. This beach is a major surf spot, so if you can manage to carry a board down the steep stairways, you will be rewarded with some of the best surfing Bali has to offer. Anse Source, Seychelles. The Seychelles are known for their pristine beaches and crystal clear water. One of the most famous and scenic beaches is Anse Source. This beach sits on the southwest coast of La Digue Island. What makes it so unique is that it isn't actually connected to the ocean. Thanks to a wall of coral reefs, the beach is blocked from the open water. The reef allows water to flow to and from the beach, but doesn't allow anything else in. This makes this beach a must-see destination for families with children. The warm turquoise water and larger-than-life boulders make this beach one of the most photographed spots on Earth. To get to the beach, you must pay the Union Estate 100 rupees. Then you follow one of the several marked paths on foot to reach the beach. Once you are there, you can enjoy some fantastic snorkeling if the tide is right. The nearby restaurants and food carts will ensure that you won't go hungry, making spending a day here very easy. Just make sure to get there early enough to claim your spot, as the beach fills up quickly during high season. Navagio Beach, Zakynthos, Greece. Millions of people travel to Greece to take in the Greek culture and the beautiful views of the Mediterranean Sea. One of the most popular destinations of this European country has to be Navagio Beach, also known as Shipwreck Cove. The beach got its name from the ship that wrecked on nearby rocks in 1980 that now sits on the beach. During the high season, thousands of tourists flock to the beach regardless of the secluded location. It can only be reached by boat from nearby docks that offer shuttle services to the beach, but the ride is totally worth the reward. Once you reach Navagio Beach, you can tan in sun rays as they bounce off the white cliffs that surround the beach. Just make sure to take all your daily essentials because there is no food, water, or restroom facilities on Navagio Beach. If you decide you don't want to fight other tourists for your place in the sand, you can always take in the views of the beach from above. The nearby cliffs offer a viewing point perfect for taking photos of the glorious beach. Plus, you won't have to wave down a boat to take you to the nearest toilet. Happy Bay, St. Martin. If there's one thing people love about St. Martin, it's the pristine beaches. Because they are so popular, many of the beaches on this French island are overcrowded with tourists. So for people wanting to get away from the crowds and who are up for a little adventure, there is an excellent alternative, Happy Bay. Access to Happy Bay comes at a cost, a 15-minute hike. First, visitors must start at nearby Friars Bay and ask for directions to the footpath. Once you are there, you will find small orange arrows that will lead you on your way. As you keep walking, follow the arrows. There are two paths, but people seem to enjoy the one that is on higher ground. Midway, you will be stopped by a wooden gate that lets you know you are going the right way. The gate opens up to a trail through a pleasant meadow. Finally, you walk under a gorgeous canopy tree and find yourself in Happy Bay. The beautiful bay isn't very popular with tourists because of its lack of facilities. But that is half the appeal of the beach. And because the beach is so secluded, it's a clothing-optional sunbathing experience. Okay, it's quiz time. Make sure to give your answer in the comment section below. The question is, what beach is the most visited beach in the world? Furore, Italy. If hidden beaches don't impress you, what about a whole hidden town? Furore, Italy is so hidden that it was nicknamed the town that doesn't exist. It was easy to pass up by unsuspecting travelers because there was no real indication that there was a city at all. Finally, one of the mayors of Furore decided to put it on the map and ordered his citizens to paint their houses bright colors so people could see them. This tradition is still celebrated today as muralists flock to the town every September to paint the city's walls. But one of the main attractions of Furore, Italy is its fjord, which isn't visible from the sea. The fjord is formed from a narrow gorge that cuts inland from the nearby sea. It also happens to be the oldest part of the city. The fjord rests 1,000 feet below the heart of the town, but when the sun hits it midday, it becomes a hotspot for sunbathers. The local government realized the popularity of Furore Hidden Beach and decided to make it visitor-friendly. They converted the old buildings into a bar and shops as well as a museum dedicated to the history of the fjord. Ao Sabai, Khumuk, Thailand. Thailand is full of spectacular beaches and many you can see from passing by in a boat. But if you didn't know how to look for it, you would totally miss Ao Sabai, also known as Emerald Cave Beach. The Emerald Cave is a tourist hotspot because of its luscious greenery and secluded beach. But to reach the cave, it can be quite a journey. First, you must hire a local boatman to take you to the cave's entrance. Don't be surprised when the boat driver hops out of the boat and motions for you to follow them. You actually have to swim through the cave to reach the hidden beach inside. It will get pitch black during your swim and isn't for the faint of heart. Once you battle through your fears, you are rewarded with one of the most fabulous beaches in the world. The isolated beach is surrounded by giant limestone cliffs and hanging plants. Though it is a popular destination, there are no facilities on the beach. Ao Sabai will make you feel like you are in a secret hideaway. That is, until you see the hordes of other travelers with the same need of adventure. Praia do Ansao, Almancil, Portugal. There aren't many well-kept secret beaches thanks to the internet, but just because people know about these doesn't mean they are willing to risk getting there. Many people know and love Praia do Ansao in Portugal. It is a hotspot for all of Portugal's elites. Because of the hidden nature of the beach, it's easier for celebrities to hide from prying eyes. And there is one spot that makes this beach truly unique, the Benagil Sea Cave. The sea cave at Praia do Ansao is so secluded that many people don't make the swim to go inside. This is because the tide waters can be very strong, making it hard for inexperienced swimmers. Though no one will stop you from trying to swim through the cave, there is also no one to rescue you if something happens. If you are a good swimmer, then there's no need to worry. The view of the sea from inside is definitely worth the risk, especially when you get to enjoy a whole hidden beach from the luxury of your private sea cave. Cala, Ibiza, Spain. The island of Ibiza is party central for most of the world. It's also home to some of the most beautiful beaches on the planet. The tiny island boasts over 40 beaches, each more special than the next. One of the beaches that remains under the radar is Cala. Cala is one of Ibiza's best-kept secrets, as it isn't a major tourist destination. It also happens to be very close to one of the island's most famous beaches, Cala. In fact, the beaches share the same road, but many people don't take the left-hand turn necessary to go to Cala. If you do decide to venture to Cala, you will be met with a dead-end road and a staircase that leads from the forest down to the beach. You will have space to spread out and take in the crystal clear water. The tiny cove also has a small beach bar where you can snack on burgers and beer without having to wait in a long line. The best part of Cala is that it is the perfect stage for one of Ibiza's most spectacular shows, the sunset. Hidden Beach, Marieta Islands, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. This isn't a picture from a sci-fi novel. This is actually a picture of a real beach in Mexico. Playa del Amor, also known as Hidden Beach, is located on the Marieta Islands just west of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. The beach is completely hidden from spectators thanks to the canopy that covers it. It is believed that the hole that created Hidden Beach is from a deliberate bombing. Back in the early 1900s, the Mexican government tested bombs on the Marieta Islands because they are far enough away from Mexico and are uninhabited. Thanks to several protests, the government finally decided to make the islands a national park in 2005. Now tourists can take the 1-hour boat ride from Puerto Vallarta to begin their adventure to the Hidden Beach. The only way to get to the beach is by swimming or kayaking through a long water tunnel. But once you are there, you can enjoy the beach in the shade or the sun thanks to the lush canopy above. You may even forget about the rest of the world because this beach is one of the most secluded spots on the planet. If you stay tuned for this long, you are probably wondering what the answer to our quiz is. The most visited beach in the world is Copacabana Beach in Brazil. So, would you swim through a pitch-black cave if it meant you could soak up the sun on one of these hidden beaches? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to Therichest.